Welcome back to video number 5. This training we are recording in Sweden. Right now we are out in the woods in Gothenburg area, southwest of Sweden. I like to thank everybody who is joining these trainings. What we are doing together is that we get knowledge that everybody should have. Actually, I think everybody in school should learn these kind of things, because it's very good for everybody and it's very good for the society. So I like to start today and say thank you for joining, thank you for taking in this information, this knowledge. A knowledge you can feel you already have inside yourself, because it's very basic things. But in our modern society, we have forgotten a lot of this knowledge. Today, I want to start with a small breath exercise. It's a very simple exercise, but very, very powerful. So let's do it together. We breathe in and we breathe out, and we just use the nose when we breathe, when we do the breathing. We breathe in with our nose and breathe out with our nose. So, breathe in and breathe out. And try to do it this way. Do it very smoothly, but try to breathe in, and when you breathe out, try to make it become twice as long time when you breathe out than when you breathe in. So if you breathe in for 1, 2, 3 seconds, for example, try to let the breath out become like 5, 6 seconds. But don't push yourself, just have a feeling that the breathing out is twice as long than the breathing in. So let's do it together. If it feels comfortable, please close your eyes. When you close your eyes, automatically your whole system focus. You get focus when you close your eyes. So keep going. Just keep doing this exercise. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Just keep doing this. If you have a nice position, you can lay down also. So just keep breathing. Breathe in with your nose and breathe out with your nose. Try to get the breath twice as long when you breathe out. That's to do in that way, it automatically make you focused. So just keep doing it. And just keep doing it. Just keep breathing. When we do this exercise, just to give you some knowledge about this, it's an automatic process. The thing is, your energy level can be low or high. When it's high, you have a lot of good energy and power. If you're very stable, so you don't have a lot of thinking, a lot of thoughts flipping around, that disturbs your concentration. That's one thing. And it's very hard to do anything about your energy level and your thinking, your thoughts coming and going. But the third thing here, your breath, it's very easy to control. You just breathe in and breathe out. And when you do this, automatically you get a higher energy level, and your thought, your thinking it's coming down. You can feel it. So this is a very easy exercise. You can do it everywhere. You can do it when you're sitting on the bus, the train, or whatever. And it's very effective. So just keep breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Thank you. So now, if you like, you can be where you are at the moment. You can still have closed eyes if you like. This education, we want it to be a very nice and smooth experience, so you can be relaxed. Sometimes you have some challenges, of course, when you do new things, but if you like to lay on your back when you listen to this with closed eyes, it's perfect. Do the thing you like to do. Yes. how to release valuable time. As we all know, time is limited. And many times in our lives, we say to ourselves, if I just had some more time, I can do it. So, therefore, now you're going to learn things that you can release free time. Two things that is taking a lot of your time is this. The first thing is to be able to take decisions, and also to take the right decisions. That's the first thing. Be able to take decision and taking the right decisions for you. Number two is to do the right things, to actually do them. Number one, to take decisions and to take the right decisions. And then number two, to do the right things. So imagine, if you are not doing the right thing, imagine you are in the wrong working place, so to speak. You are spending the time with people you don't really want to spend time with. Imagine how much of your valuable time you lose. It is as simple as that. That's why it's so important to do the right things. And to do the right things, from the start, you need to take some kind of a decision and then take the right decision. And then it's good to know, if you don't take any decisions, if you're not doing anything and take a decision, take a stand, you take decisions anyway. That's a very important lesson to know. You think, okay, I'm not doing anything, but you do anything all the time because it's decision making all the time. For example, if you feel you're in a certain situation and it doesn't feel good for you, if you ignore this and don't do anything about it, you have taken a decision, and it's directly a consequence in all kinds of situations. That's why this knowledge in this education, it's very, very, very valuable for you. Because as you know, you have learned, and now you're practicing the yes and no language. As an example, when you feel immediately into situations, if it's good, and just, to feel into this and listen to your inner voice, that is a decision. That's where it all begins. It's much better to take a decision than not taking it at all. Just so you understand, if you take a decision and you make the wrong decision, it's much, much, much better than don't take an active stand for things. So, for example, if you use this system, you know, the yes and no language, if I get the question and I'm saying nothing, I'm insecure, I say nothing, it's much better to say yes then. So, for example, if Alexander asked me a question, Michael, does it feel good now when I have the camera like this? And I'm insecure, I say nothing. It's better for me to say then, yes, it feels good. And if I say yes, I immediately feel if it's wrong. I hope you understand this. I mean, it's better to say yes, because if you say something, if you take an action, you immediately feel, no, it's not a yes. Because then I can say, if Alexander says to me, Mikey, does it feel good with the camera? I say, yes, no problem. And then I think, no, Alexander, can we change something, you know? So it's much better to take decisions all the time. And in my life, I try to say yes to the most of the things, because this is like a pattern I have. I put it in. Many people, they don't say nothing. It's much better to say yes. Of course, it's much better to give the right answer immediately. And after a while, you learn to get to know yourself. So this education, this video number 5 today, for instance, it's about to get to know yourself, in this yes and no language, the 1 and 20 language, the system, you know, with 1 to 20 honesty and 1 to 20 in ease, in frequency, in easiness. For example, also the 12 list, when we made a list for ourselves to take a decision to do 12 good things within 30 days in our own life. All these things is for one reason: for you to get to know yourself. Just relax, lean back and understand that you are a king or a queen or both maybe. So, yes. So, just as a reminder, everything, it's consequences with everything. If you're silent to say nothing, it's a consequence, like I just said. If I go left here, I end up to this lake over here. If I go here, I go to this meadow. So everything has a consequence. Whatever you like it or not, it's a consequence. That's one beauty of life. And about decision making, it's like to playing the guitar, you know? You need to practice. You have to practice. It's the same thing to taking decisions. And I like to say, if you're sitting and listening to this now, and you are really good to take decisions, and you take them fast, and you're taking the right decisions, and then you're also doing the right thing, I just want to say congratulations. It's a big gift you have, and you should be proud and be very happy. Most of us, like myself, we need to practice to take the right decisions. So keep practicing. Yes. So just a small repetition. The perfect way to do this, to get a really nice life, is like you start to feel in and take the right decision. And secures it's really deep inside what you want to do. And then you have taken this decision, then you do this, then you go to action and live your decision. When you do this, when you have started from the right base within yourself, what you really want to do, when you are acting like a real leader, then you end up, if you convert this in now to this 20-20 language, then it's like 20 in honesty and in 20 in speed. And then you're up where your passion lives. You know, a lot of joy, happiness. And that's the nice place. That's the nice spot. That's the great where to be. I like to take another example with this, really basic one, from my own life. I was together with my daughter on the beach, and we were in India, and we went down to the beach and we felt, wow, it's so nice to be on the beach. And we were laying in the sun. You know, we came from Sweden, and it's usually cold in Sweden in winter time, very dark, and we just loved to be in the sun. It was like, wow, 2020, yes, yes, yes. And then after a while we felt, oh, now it's not nice anymore, it's too much sun. So we went into the ocean, and when we came into the ocean, you know, it was so nice to be in the water, to cool down a bit and feel this nice water. Then that was perfect. So after that, it was a little bit too much. It became even a little bit cold in the water. We went up again. Up into the sun. And we loved it. So that was 2020 again. Then, on a certain time, myself, I just felt, no, now it's enough. I don't want more sun. I don't want any more sun. Then I wanted to go out of the sun. All of a sudden, the thing that was so nice just before became like 1-1 in my list. Then it was nice to go back home to the small cottage, the bungalow we lived in, and I took a really nice shower. So with this example, I want to explain. I mean, this is really easy to understand this with this example. But imagine if I am not balanced in my life, I don't have the tools to take decisions, if I don't have the knowledge to feel into myself that I don't want to be in the sun anymore, then I actually laying under the sun and burn myself. For example, you know, you have a pattern. It's very, very important to have like brown skin. You need to have a really beautiful suntan. Because of that, maybe you lay in the sun too much and you burn yourself. And this is the same thing in a work. If you feel somewhere inside you want to change working place or change relationships, whatever. So it's very important. It's actually incredibly important to really learn these things. Okay, and I also want to remind you, like we did this exercise, of course, sometimes in your life, I mean, once in a while, you have problems maybe to take decisions, or it's like it's not the right time to take a decision. Maybe it can be sometimes you have been involved in a project, maybe for a long time, and you have finished this project. Then it's like perfect, very natural to like calm down, maybe do very, very little for a while. Let yourself just cool down and like a little bit wait for a new vision to come, you know? Have a nice time, relax, and all of a sudden you get inspired again. So I want to say this. Of course, it's times like this, but I can promise, if you do things you like to do in your life, and when you finish a project, for sure after a while it's coming, new things is popping up. If you're in an environment that you get inspired and you take care of yourself. Okay, Now, things you can do so you release time, this valuable time. How about watching television? Most people are watching television. I'm sure many of you who are doing this course have come away, and maybe you don't even have a television set at your home. For a long time I didn't have any television. Now I have it again. I watch very little TV, but I watch it sometimes. Television, many of you watch a lot of television. Maybe 1 to 3 hours a day. Then I want to tell you, this is this recommendation, very strong recommendation. Cut it off. If you are you're watching TV, cut the TV off for 1 week. Just cut it off. It's going to happen amazing things. You're going to release, of course, a lot of hours to use to some other things. And also, it's like you get. It's like a drug actually to watch television. You know it. You know, when you sit there, it's hard to get rid of the TV or get out of the TV sofa. You know, you zap around with the remote control. It's very powerful. You know, it's hard to get out of this. That's why I say to you, get out of the television. Just plug it out for 1 week. And now maybe you sit there and think, wow, I'm not watching TV. Okay, then I say this. Maybe you then are on internet. You read a lot of mail, maybe on Facebook, Twitter or something, on the social media. Then I say this to you, cut it off for 1 week. And then maybe some other listening here, Alexander is smiling, I think he's on the internet too much, maybe. Alexander is behind the camera, so he's smiling right now. Anyway, maybe you read too much newspapers. You maybe read 1, 2, 3, 4 newspapers a day and think, oh, I learned so much. That's also a habit, you know. Cut it off. Cut it off, the newspapers. Maybe you say, okay, I read books, so it's no problem for me. Or I listen to the radio, really good radio programs. Cut it off. Stop reading the books for 1 week if you're into that stuff. Stop listening to the radio. And magic things are going to happen, I promise you. So I can tell you so many things how to release time, but I'm challenge you now with this. And before this challenge, I want to say this to you. How about the mobile phone? Because in the mobile phone now you can read newspapers, you can do the Facebook stuff, you can listen to the radio, you can do everything in the mobile. So then you have to put it out for 1 week. That's a big challenge, because maybe you need a phone for your work, but you can cut off the things except taking the phone calls you need to take. Maybe you're a person who's talking a lot in the phone. Just talking. As soon as something happens, you take up the phone and start talking. Cut off that. Don't call up people. So the challenge now is like this. I want you to close your eyes, and then you get 20 seconds to take a decision. It's decision making, time to take a decision. So close your eyes and you get 20 seconds to see if you take my challenge. That after, in the latest, from tomorrow or after we have finished this video, you just take your big thing, TV watching, newspaper reading, whatever it is, and take this challenge to take it out for 1 week. You can do it. You have 20 seconds to take this decision. Use the yes and no language. So close your eyes. Yep, that was 20 seconds, a little bit more. So, congratulations, you have taken a decision. If you have taken a decision, and that decision is that you are not going to do it, you're going to keep doing what you are already doing, then I say, congratulations, you have taken a decision, that's good. If you have taken on my challenge and say, I cut it off, then I say, congratulations 100 times, because that's a 100 times much better decision. Okay, now, time for homework. The next homework for next week, it's to repeat what we have learned this far. And at least 4 things I want you to do. It's to repeat the knowledge about, and practice the yes and no language. The yes and no language. Second, to repeat the practice, the 1 to 20 language. To repeat the 1 to 20 language. Then number 3 is to repeat the 12 list. We have done a 12 list, 12 good things for you to do, giving a presents to yourself within a period of 30 days. That was the 3rd thing. And the 4th thing is the what to do list, what we did before. You know, we put from 1 to 20 things, and you did this system to find out what you really wanted to do most of these 20 things. This is what I really ask you to do, to repeat these things. Then I have a suggestion, a really good one. Try to watch all the videos again. Just watch them again. Lay down on your back. Just watch them. That's a really good thing to do. To repeat things is very important. And now we have learned so much, and I can promise you, when you listen to it again, you're going to find out that we have put in different things that you maybe didn't understood or could take in from the first time. It's like to watch a movie, you know, you see it first time, then you see it again, you say, wow, it's impossible to take everything in at the same time. So that was the homework. So now I want to wish you a beautiful day and a fantastic week. And remember, you are the boss. You are the one who's taking the decisions in your life, nobody else. Okay, see you next week. Thank you.
Bye.